Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
Good morning. If you're shopping for stocks and wondering whether the names making headlines are worth your investment, we're here to help you out with companies to watch, and educating us as usual is Dan Koh.
Good Friday morning.
Yay!
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend, Audrey.
Yes.
And we're running and dashing to the weekend with our Puma shoes.
Oh.
You ever owned one before?
No, I haven't.
No? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Puma as well, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
no.
they're known to be one of the biggest brands out there when you think of athleisure or athlete wear. And yes, known for its performance shoes, football sponsorships, and lifestyle crossovers. Now, the company sits just behind Nike and Adidas in the global scale.
Okay.
So for years, Puma has been the challenger brand. They're smaller, edgier, but less consistent in growth.
Okay.
And it's also owned by the Pinault family, which controls luxury giant Kering. And they hold a 29% stake in Puma through its Artemis holding company. And that stake is now at the center of attention.
Okay.
And that comes amid news of a takeover. And I think it's a common theme that we're seeing among a lot of these retailers that hasn't exactly been doing very well.
Yeah.
Just recently, I think we talked a little bit about that shoe brand, Skechers, which was also going through a takeover. And now Puma, which is in the limelight, they are the sportswear brand that gave us, the legends from the likes of Usain Bolt, and of course still battle it out with Adidas and Nike. And recently, they've just become the hottest name in European markets because shares jumped more than 14% in just a single day.
Wow.
After reports that private equity giant CVC and Authentic Brands are preparing for the Pinault family's 29% stake.
All right. So we did talk about Authentic Brands in the past, and they've made a name, scooping up legacy labels and breathing life back into them, right? So Reebok, Forever 21, even Brooks Brothers. So the idea of them getting hold of Puma kind of sparked some genuine excitement, I think, about what a refresh could look like, right?
Yep, that's right. And it's also a good, time for them to consider how they might, reposition themselves in the likes of, in the face of Adidas and Nike. And yes, Artemis, they already poured some cold water on the rumors saying that Puma is currently undervalued at its current market price and that it has no intention of selling unless there is a meaningful premium. So at least to Artemis, which is the current owner, they do believe that Puma is a lot more worth than what it actually is. And it remains to be seen whether CVC and Authentic Brands are willing to pay a slightly higher premium for the brand. But that also means that a deal would only happen if bidders are willing to pay up. So shares of Puma did surge to around 10 to 11% on the takeover news, making it one of the top performers on the stock's 600. But let's remember, it also comes after a tough stretch. Now, Puma stock has lost about half of its value in recent years. That's hurt by weaker consumer demand, rising costs, and slipping market share. For investors, the sudden pop just highlights, how much hope is riding on a buyout to unlock its value.
Yeah. So I think even though Puma stock, had lost half its value in recent years, I think management knows the brand still has some global recognition. We talked about them being third, but actually they do have pretty deep roots in football kits and African markets. And it's been aggressively growing in women's sportswear as well. So whereas, Nike and Adidas aren't as dominant in those spaces, but it's definitely give and take here, I think.
I know you work out a lot, Audrey. So what kind of athlete wear do you normally look out for?
Oh, so I'm a big fan of Aloe when it comes to the clothes.
Aloe, okay.
Yeah, I feel bad dropping like other brands right now. And as far as shoes go, I think I do own just one singular pair of Nikes, and that was it.
Well, I'm guilty of that as well. But yes, we'll see. Whether Puma can win the hearts of athletes out there. But for the bull case of Puma, well, the potential takeover premium is certainly an upside for them. After all, if CVC and Authentic Brands push ahead, a higher offer could likely deliver short-term upside. Now, but a turnaround potential is also in the books for them. After all, Authentic Brands have been known to, provide a refresher for heritage brands and inject new energy into these struggling retailers. So having to put Puma in this state, I think they're likely or potentially stand a chance to gain a refreshed look that might help them to do a lot better in future. Now, industry consolidation trends as well. I mean, sportswear, it is a fierce competition space.
Yeah.
And, consolidation could help to reshape the landscape, and that gives Puma the chance to reposition itself. But the bear case for Puma as of today would be the fact that there is still yet to be a confirmation on the deal. Weak fundamentals also weigh on the stock price. Sales and profitability have all been under pressure.
Yeah.
And brand challenge for Puma itself is also quite a bit of a hiccup for them. After all, positioning as a challenger brand, while it can be exciting, it also means constant reinvention is needed to stay relevant. So compared to Adidas and Nike, Puma is considered to be far smaller. Its global revenue is roughly a quarter of Adidas and just a fraction of Nike's.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle for them.
That's actually quite shocking numbers to me. So sales are lagging, margins are thin, and catching up to Adidas or Nike will need some serious investment, I think.
Certainly so. But cash-wise, I think slightly cash-strapped as of now, but we'll see whether this refresher would take off well for them. And for them to win, they certainly need to show a sharper execution, fresh designs, and hopefully a turnaround story that convinces you and I that might be our next pair of shoes. But as of now, I guess the verdict for Puma, after all the factors that we've considered, is probably going to be a nod for me.
Yeah, claws out from Danco, no for Puma.
Claws in.
Yeah, well, I think, if a buyout happens, the upside could be significant. But if it doesn't, I think Puma faces the same challenges it has been battling for so many years, right?
Yes, it certainly is a tough battle for them out there, especially in a space dominated by bigger giants like Adidas and Nike. So that would pretty much wrap it up for analysis of today's Stock in Focus. Puma, 88550893. Text us and tell us whether you think it's going to be hot or not. Okay, Audrey, now here's some fun facts about Puma. You know that the founder of Puma is actually the brother of another brand?
Oh.
Yeah. Can you guess? It was one of the brands that I named.
Really?
Yeah.
It can't be Nike.
Adidas.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so Puma and Adidas founders were actually brothers. So Rudolf Dassler, he's the founder of Puma. He started a shoe company called Gebrüder Dassler with his brother Adolf Adi.
Yes.
Before parting ways and building their own brand.
Some family feud over here.
I guess you could tell which brother did a lot better there. And according to the founder himself, do you know how Puma got his name?
No idea.
It got its name because he wanted people to associate his products with the characteristics of a Puma cat's speed, strength, endurance, and agility. So, you know the clothing company Puma, right? They make Puma shirts, Puma socks, but have you ever wondered why they don't make pants?
No, I've never wondered, but what's the answer?
Because you're asking them to Puma pants. And that's all we have for Puma.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.